Hello everyone, welcome to Unsaid and Understood. This is a safe space where your thoughts are heard out loudly. I am Club GB, your host. Some episodes are about the small, everyday unsaid stuff. But today, this isn't one of those. Today's episode is about the moments that actually reshape you and I. The ones you can point to and go, that today I became someone slightly different. So yeah, two people trusted me with theirs, and I'm just going to let them speak and sit with it after. Fair warning, this one's heavier than usual, and it's okay because this is a safe space, and not every safe space has to be a soft one.
Hi. So here is one thing that I'd done. I didn't really tell anyone. It was while I was in my first year. I needed money for something which I didn't want to ask, and I followed this my friend to do bricklayer's work. And after the work, we were paid a certain amount of money. But then the same day, I had to buy drugs, and the drugs I bought was more expensive than the cash I was given, to the extent that I had to ask for money to actually take care of myself. So I was running debits on the job I did.
There's something almost funny about this one in a painful way. You needed money, you didn't want to ask for it. You went and did actual physical labor. I don't use labor. Labor sounds like too harsh. You went to work. You went to look for a job. You got a job, and you worked to avoid having awkward conversations, or to avoid depending on people, or to avoid somebody saying, "Go and look for a job." But then you still ended up asking for money anyway, just from your worst place. And should I say, with less dignity attached to it. It's a very specific kind of trap. I don't want to say pride, but yeah, there's just this decision, there's just this thing telling you don't ask. Pride is there, ego is there, responsibilities is part of it. I tell you, don't ask, figure it out yourself. And then life is going okay, watch this. I don't know if you've seen all those memes where they're like 500 levels saying, final year, here we come, and then as is like one more shot. Exactly. So something like life is telling you, okay, let's see how it goes. I don't think this story is really about the drugs or the job or even the debt. I think it's about how far we'll go to avoid small vulnerable moments. And there are a lot of reasons for us to avoid vulnerable moments. Pride, I said, ego, responsibilities. Yes. I think no, shouldn't go with ego, responsibilities. And then I think people on its own is another different thing. Yes, because sometimes just asking someone for help can be a whole lot. So we try to, okay, since I can't do this, let me just do this, because I don't want anybody to come and start saying something behind my back or in front of me, or something that will get me really offended when I can actually do this. And then somehow when we do it ends up costing us more than the thing we're trying to avoid in the first place. Because this individual fell sick, but just imagine, don't imagine, but if something worse had happened, it would have been a whole lot. I don't say catastrophic, but yeah, it would have been a whole lot. Sometimes we need to just ask. We don't know who is out there to help us. So I'll just say that one was about pride quietly costing more than it can save. We all have it, we do it, I do it. Because I'm like, nah, I should start asking this person for something so that at the end of the day now, stories. But with the situation, with what is at hand, and then see what you can do. There are definitely people around you that love you. Yes, I understand not everybody may have those, but yeah, there are people around you that love you. So this next one, this one's about a much smaller number that somehow became a much bigger story. So I'll just read this one to you because this wasn't a VN, it was a text. And here it goes. The worst experience of my life I have ever had. An unforgettable event that hurt me but reshaped my life and thinking. It all happened when I found myself in a stealing habit some years back. No reason for stealing. I was okay and eating well and being given tokens from different aunts and uncles. And the whole event turned around when I was finally caught red-handed stealing 500 naira from a neighbor's house. I have never been down to earth. I was disgraced and beaten to stupor. And when they were done with me, they said I have stolen up to 100,000 from their house. As how? How did 100 naira, 200 naira, 500 naira turn to 100,000 naira? My family found a way to pay up the money. Ever since then, I learned a great lesson. Never find yourself in a situation where only God and yourself knows you are speaking the truth. Anyways, how many years forward, here I am now, found my purpose and building myself to be a better person. Oof. What do you think about that? I first read this and then I was like, oh my God. And then looking how far this individual has come and is going, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of you. Okay, 500 naira was taken. There was no reason behind it, as stated. No hunger. You were not broke. There was no need. This person says it's themselves. They were fine. They were being looked after. And then they were caught, beaten, disgraced. And somehow, in the returning, in the aftermath, the victims are now saying you took 100,000 naira. And his family had to pay it all. So I don't even want to talk about the victims because it's appalling. But yeah, I don't have it. I don't have anything to say about that. But just this, there's this line that he said, never find yourself in a situation where only God and yourself know you are speaking the truth. That is such a specific kind of powerless. You're not being punished for what you did. You're being punished for something you didn't do. On top of what you did. And probably on top of what you did not even still do. You get. And you cannot just prove that this line is there or this line is here. I did not cross it. Nobody will believe you. Nobody wants to listen to you. Nobody wants to. It's not a nice place to be at. Oh, here's what gets me more from this story. It's not and have never recovered or have not recovered. It is I learned a great lesson story, and here I am now, found my purpose, building myself to be a better person. That is a very great thing. From where the story started to where it is now, that's a very great thing. You may be in a situation or in a kind of rubble now, and you're thinking, where will I start from? Is there hope for me? Is there a way? How will I move from here? What can I do? How will I do it? But yeah, this is somebody, it may not be same experience, but but you get the point. Different experiences, but you have a goal, and the goal is that, okay, I have changed, this situation has opened my eyes, I have changed, I have a new mind, and you are thinking, how will I, is it possible for me? People are saying this and that and that and that. No, you have power over yourself, God and you, and then every other spiritual authority that you acknowledge. Yes, nobody should say something over you and you agree to it or accept it, that is you, that is not you. If someone speaks death to you, you speak life to yourself. Okay, so these are two very different stories. A death from trying to avoid asking for help. It's the whole death stuff is a lot. It's a lot. And then a childhood mistake that spiraled into something way bigger than it should have. But both of them are really about the same thing. A moment neither person asked for, and that moment ended up shaping who they become, who they are becoming anyways. So I think that's true for most of us. This is true for most of us. If we're actually being honest, sincere, we don't usually choose our defining moments. We just choose what we do with them afterwards. I repeat, we don't choose our defining moments. We just choose what we do with them afterwards. Thank you to both of you for trusting me with something this specific, this real. It's not a small thing to hand someone your voice and let them do something with it. So I'm really grateful. I see what you're doing. I see how far God has brought you and where He's taking you to. And I'm so proud of you. Yes. So to you, my fellow audience, I hope this made you feel a little less alone in whatever you are carrying. I pray your peace comes easy because God sees you, your joy stays loud, your playlist stays fire, and your unsaid things find somewhere safe to land. Even that somewhere is just here with me for the next few minutes. Until next time, this has been Unsaid and Understood. I am Club GB. Go easy on yourself. Bye.